Hello everyone and welcome to yet another recreational programming session. So in the previous stream we tried this very interesting language called C3, and after trying this language I've noticed a very interesting thing. On all of the social media and all of the comment section, a lot of people came in and started asking me, like, I don't see any point using this weird programming language. It's pretty cool and stuff, but I don't see any point using this language because there is Zig. Zig covers all of the cases of this language. And you know what? It's a good sign that we must continue programming in this language. And this is exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to continue programming in this language specifically to annoy more Zig fans. But anyway, so the actual reason why I want you to continue programming today is because on the previous stream, we couldn't figure out how to do WASM programming in this language. And the developer, the creator of this language, actually fixed FAQ, and they provided a simple example on how to do that specifically for us. So apparently they actually watched that, and they tweeted on Twitter that they liked my stream, and so yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I really apologize for being sometimes like overly sarcastic about things, but I actually enjoyed the language, right? So it's just like me. Sometimes I can't control myself. Sometimes I just like automatically being sarcastic about things, right? Just to cope with, you know, with the reality. So anyway, yeah. So they provided actually very good example on how to compile things. So you have to enable a bunch of flags, right? So let's actually go ahead and try to do that. So we already have a hello world, which is basically using Raylib and stuff like that. So maybe I'm gonna create web C3, right? So this is gonna be web C3, and let's basically maybe create like a function which adds two numbers together, right? So it's gonna be add int x in int y, right? So and I suppose what we're going to do in here, we're going to just return x plus y, right? So I just want to compile this thing to WASM. So the way you're supposed to do that, so let's go ahead and do that. So C3C. I'm not sure if you can see that. I think it would be better to maybe copy paste it somewhere here so you can see the command line that we have in here. Okay, so the first thing is reloc none. I have no idea what that is. And I wonder if I can, maybe there is a documentation for this kind of stuff. So let's actually do compile, maybe help. Is it going to tell us anything? So yeah, so reloc. So relocating model. Oh, ooh, okay. So it's a, you know, position independent code and stuff like that. So there's a small position independent code and there's a big position independent code. So there's a small pi and a big pi. I wonder what's the difference between them, or that maybe they are aliases, but it is actually so small peak and big. Yes, a small peak energy and a big peak energy. So I don't remember. I think PI stands for position independent. So C, I suppose, is code, and E is maybe execution. Is there any difference between peak and pi? I'm not a programmer, I don't really know, right? So, but anyway, so relocation model is supposed to be none in this case. So the next thing we have to do, we have to set the target to WASM 32. We already did that, but that was not particularly helpful. So then you have to do G0. I suspect -G means the same thing it means in Clang, GCC, and stuff like that. It basically debug information, and we're probably disabling the debug information. That's just my hypothesis. Yeah, so emit no debug information. Emit debug info, emit no debug info. Okay, so this is what we needed. Don't link with libc. Don't link with libc, and also don't expect any entry, right? So I don't remember what was the problem exactly, but I think the main problem was with linking with libc or something like that. Right, so let's actually try to run that and see if it's going to work. Right, so fail to resolve. Oh yeah, I supposed to specify the actual name of the program in here, the actual name of the file. Well, that didn't work. Something failed miserably. So error, template base allocator could not be found. Did you spell it right? It's something internally with, like, within these things. So it's a mem C3, right? So let's actually maybe go there. Can we go there? STD core mem3. So what is it talking about? V49. All right. Okay, so this one is a function called initialize WASM mem. Okay, so init one private. I have no idea what that means, but whatever. So, and it fails that it couldn't find temp base allocator. Right, it couldn't find temp base allocator. So, okay, this is actually kind of cool. Yo, I think I understand what the fuck is going on here. We taking the heap base, right? We taking the heap. Do you guys know what the fuck is a heap base? By the way, do you guys know what the fuck is a heap base? Right. So if you ever programmed like for WASM in C without using standard like C library, you probably heard about this kind of thing. So it's the symbol that Clang generates for you to find where the heap in the memory, in WASM memory, actually starts. I'm pretty sure we can even find the article that explains how to do that. If we, yeah, so probably, what if I do WASM? It doesn't give us the article. So the article, if I remember correctly, programming WASM without mscripting. I really apologize for flash banging you. Yeah, compile is C to WASM without mscripting. Right. So did we F? It looks like we F'd, so it should be fine now. It's all good now. I really apologize for the lag. So the stream choked. Okay. So it should be fine now. So we lost like around 300 frames. This thing is 300 frames. So this is a pretty cool library, not library, but blog post. I really advertise this blog post like every time we're talking about WASM, because I think this is a great introduction into actual WebAssembly development, right? Because using something like mscripting hides a lot of stuff from you. It is very magicy, right? This thing, it goes down like very close to WebAssembly and actually shows you what the fuck is going on under the hood, right? This is a great source to like start actually understanding WebAssembly, right? So I'm gonna, put that in the description as well. Right, I think this is like the only acceptable for me style of programming in WebAssembly, right? So because it has the least amount of magic, and I really like that. So in terms of like a heap base, this is not what I wanted. Does it mention heap base? Yeah, there we go. Right, so this is a very good picture. So memory in WebAssembly is just a linear array of bytes. So when you compile with Clang or LLVM, right? So in our case, like it's LLVM thing, so that means C3 also does the same thing. At the beginning of the WebAssembly memory, you have some data, right? Probably some constants or maybe string literals and stuff like that. Then you have a little bit of a space allocated for the stack, and stack grows towards the zero, right? So from here, and from that place goes the heap, and this is basically the place of the memory where you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? And it's denoted by heap base. Usually you would implement a malloc that just sub-allocates some space within here. And this is basically what is going on in here, right? So we're taking the heap base and we're using it as a start. So if the start is bigger than default memory alignment, so we just like readjust some things. So then we take a WASM allocator, we initialize some stuff, so we call in some initialization and stuff like that. And oh, temp base allocator. So I suppose it's like it's kind of similar to Giant, a temporary allocator and stuff like that. Damn, so many people stole Jai's idea. It's insane. Well, I mean, it's not probably Jai's idea. So game developers specifically been having temporary allocators for ages, basically. So John just translated that idea into the standard library, and the rest of the people kind of picked it up. Temp storage. So I suppose if you are in WASM, you just create WASM allocator and you use that as a temporary allocator, right? But for some reason, we can't find temporary base allocator. Probably because we disabled libc. Okay, so what it feels like is, let me actually grab where this entire thing is located. Right, so where is it located? So I'm going to grab rn. Where is it defined? Okay, memory allocator. Right, so and I suppose this is kind of like a part of the standard library, probably. So nmem C3, it's also part of the standard library, but yeah. So for some reason it doesn't see this thing. Again, probably because it's not, you know, we're not compiling with the standard library. So there was a second problem in the compilation in here. So let me go to here and try to recompile it again. So what else we're gonna have in here? So it's another one. Oh, it's actually the next line. Right. So let me see. Yeah. So it cannot find these two things. Right, so thread allocator and temporary base allocator. So this is not something that I'm going to be doing anyway. Why is this thing here? Why is this thing here? So I suppose it was never actually tested. So that's what it feels like. It feels like, so WASM was enabled, but it's not really that actively used. So it wasn't tested that if you disable the standard libc, so these things are not available. So you either should probably not do that if there's no libc, or I don't know. So what if I just like literally disable that, because I don't plan to do any temporary allocations, and definitely I'm not going to be having any threads in WASM, right? So I don't plan to have any threads. So we're going to have some WASM allocator, but that's about it. So we'll be able to actually compile this entire thing. Okay, it's going to compile. Okay, so all right, so it's kind of like, it doesn't mention that in FAQ though, or does it? Like maybe I didn't read it properly. You should yield out, but no run. Oh, there is no CI running on WASM code, and no one is really using it yet. So the quality. Okay. So like nobody knows if it actually works or not. So it's understandable, right? Just comment out compilation errors, easy, exactly. That's the real software development. That's the real software development. Just you comment out, you disable the tests, and you just move on. We do want WASM to be working really well, so if you're interested in writing something in WASM, please reach out to the developer team and we'll help get things working. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Anyways, so we got it out. Oh my god. Ooh. Did it like get the entirety of the standard library in there or something? Can I? Okay, so do I have something like WASM to? I have WASM to what? Look at that. WASM to what? WASM to what? So, and let's just do something like this. So I'm gonna put 9 megabytes of just like what text? Damn, bruv. Damn. What are these functions? Okay, okay. You have atomic compare exchange with this many local variables. Holy fuck. So atomic compare exchange. Okay, so what is this function? IO formatter. So you have some IO formatter stuff. Bruh. And none of that is even used. Well, I mean, again, WASM support is just like not there. So it's a printf and everything. Okay, so what is web C3? So it's add. It's supposed to be add. I can't see that. All right, so let's actually rename it to your mom. So it's sort of like a unique name. Let's try to recompile this entire thing. And I'm gonna just do it like that. So WASM to what? To what? And I'm gonna revert this entire thing. Okay, so let's find your mom. There's no your mom. Probably because we need to do that WASM thing. Yeah. Right, remember guys? So in a standard library we had some sort of like a WASM usage. So there was, if I'm not mistaken, dot like at WASM. There we go. So I think we need to, yeah, we probably also need to sort of make it external or something. Yeah. So let me quickly do that. So web C3, I'm gonna put it like that, and I'm gonna say your mom. Right. have no idea like what all of these things mean. I just like copy paste stuff, like I'm just following the patterns. Right, so is it going? Is it working? So out what? So revert this entire thing, and let me see your mom. There we go. So we got your mom. So and it's just supposed to sum up to. That's too much code to sum up to numbers. So you have a local. Okay, so you get 0 and 1, and locals with 0 and 1 are basically the parameters. Parameters are considered to be one of the local variables. Okay, so you get first two parameters, you add them together, and then you saving it into intermediate local variable, then instantly getting that thing and returning it. Is it not optimized build? Probably. So maybe that's the reason. But because like I'm looking at what is this stupid code? Can I just like do O3? It doesn't complain about O3. Right, it doesn't complain about O3, so if I just try to do something like that and revert the whole thing, let's find your mom. Now we're fucking talking. Okay, so it was just not optimized. Right, because now that makes sense, right? So you just take two parameters and you just add them together, right? So it's kind of bizarre. Your mom was not optimized, yeah, exactly. So did it make it smaller? Nah, it's actually, yeah, it actually made it smaller. Look at that. So now it's 40 kilobytes, and now the text of that WASM module is not 9 megabytes. So it really optimized it out. So maybe it also did a little bit of a, you know, that code elimination. Now it still uses this print stuff, which probably we're not going to be using. But anyway, so that's pretty interesting. So we already can have something, even though it has a lot of trash that we don't need, but I mean, that's understandable. It's just like there's no proper support for WASM anyway. So use stdlib no. Is it really a thing, like, because I already say link libc no. Libc and stdlib is different things though. Okay, so let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. So I'm gonna listen to you, chat, for now. Use stdlib no. Okay, so maybe that will do the trick. Let's see. All right. Oh, look at that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So now if I try to do this kind of thing, so now we're fucking I can work with that. Finally, a useful language. Dude. Okay, listen. So I'm currently developing this game, a raycasting game and stuff like that. I'm planning to integrate it with my networking and everything. Right, so just a second, I'm gonna open this thing. So it's gonna have like a low FPS right now. This is because my laptop it's actually have more FPS than I expected, but yeah, there we go. So this is completely software rendered, and it's like using the old school Doom-like raycasting technique, and it's written completely in JavaScript. Intentionally, right? It's written completely in JavaScript. But I was planning at the back of my head to eventually start rewriting parts of this game into WebAssembly, right? Specifically, maybe renderer, at least renderer. Then I may think about like logic of the game and stuff like that. And I was thinking to do that in C. If C3 can generate such a small minimalistic WASM modules, I can just give C3 a try in that case. I mean, why the fuck not? That's just like, yeah, because I was planning to use C specifically to generate these kind of like WASM modules. But if I can do that in C3, so that means I can use a better than C language already. So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna give the link to this thing for the chat, right, to the game, and also I'm gonna put it in the description. So yeah. So I planned this sort of like a, you know, C3 streams as a like a tangent, right, to separate from my main project, but I can see that I can actually integrate this language into my project, right? So eventually, so not right now, but a little bit later. Yeah, it's actually super cool. Right. Anyways, so that is so freaking cool, mate. That is so freaking cool. So, by the way, as far as I know, C3 has like a build system and stuff like that. Do I want to use it right now? I'm kind of hesitant to use its build system because I'm not sure how to set up all these flags and stuff like that. So I prefer to work like with compilation of the modules directly. So I'm not 100% sure. By the way, can I specify maybe the output for this entire thing? I want it to be actually called something like WASM. Right, so let me try to do it like that. So, and do we have, no, it's actually out WASM. Maybe I have to put this entire thing in here. Right, so maybe I just didn't copy paste it properly. Yeah, I think I just didn't copy. Yeah, there we go. Web WASM. Web WASM. Right, I supposed to just do web. Okay. Web WASM. Classic. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, wait a second. I lost the use stdlib no. That's what I lost. So, and it's actually way faster. Right, so it generates all of that stuff way faster. All right, so let's try to maybe load that, you know, WASM module into the browser and just maybe run it and see how it runs. But I mean, it's so small, like I already know that it's gonna run fine, right? So it's just like, yeah. So this is something that you can even write manually. So there's nothing special in here. Though, interestingly, it doesn't generate heap base. Doesn't really generate heap base. Best build system is build command and comment to copy paste. Yeah, I think so. I also think so. All right, so maybe the time has come to create like a web folder, right? So this is going to be web folder. We're going to move web C3 in here. And yeah, so let me actually remove all of that stuff in here. Nobody cares. So you know what? Let me see. So I'm going to do C3C. And I'm supposed to do init, right? So project, expected project after init. Okay, so web. Oh yeah, it created a completely, Jesus Christ. Project JSON. Ooh. Targets web executable or targets web. Why is it called web? Bruh, I don't want to deal with that. I really don't want to deal with that. Like, I just don't want to. Like, that means I have to learn an entire build system. Script. No. Bruh, no. No. I'm not going to be using that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be using that. Okay. I'm going to be using makefiles. I'm that kind of person. Seriously, like I don't want to be using build system. Like it's easier for me to deal with this kind of thing, right? Because all these build systems, they're brother, they're obscure. They're too fucking magicy. I hate magic in software development, right? I absolutely hate magic in software development. They just like hide all of that stuff from you. So I don't like using cargo, right? For that exact reason. I do use it because Rust is kind of designed to actually do everything from cargo, but I absolutely despise it. So I'm sorry. I'm that kind of person. But I'm glad that they actually, you know, support this kind of people, right? So they just like enable. If you don't like this build system, okay, just like run it directly. And I appreciate that. I actually appreciate that. Thank you so much. So we need to do web WASM, right? So, and the dependency for this entire thing is actually here, right? So and I suppose this is located in there. Okay, and I also want to generate what, right? So this is going to be web WASM. It depends on that. WASM to what, right? So I want to be able to just see what's inside of this entire thing, right? So this is what I'm going to be doing. And let's say all web WASM web what, right? And if I try to build the whole thing, it seems to be building. There we go. So we've got WASM and we got what, and we got C3. That's perfect. So what is not particularly optimized, because in this specific case I forgot all three. All right, so let's try to build it one more time, and maybe -b. There we go. So everything is highly optimized. So you know what that means? You know what that means? The time has come for web development. So let's create HTML page. There we go. All right. So HTML, right. Oh, and by the way, if I'm not using the standard library, that means I don't need that modification that I did in here. I can just enable this entire thing back, right? I can enable this entire thing back and it will still compile. Okay, perfect. Right, so I don't even have to hack the standard library. Thank you for this flag. I feel like maybe this flag has to be added to the FAQ, but I'm not really sure. Right, so because I know that not everybody likes this kind of style of WebAssembly development, right? So I prefer to have nothing in WebAssembly and just like write my own standard library, basically. I just find it easier. So the complexity of these tools like mscript and everything, they're too much for me, to the point that I just like write everything myself at this point. Maybe I'm weird, but it works out for me. Right. So this is going to be head, and this is head. So let's put the title. So hello C3, and it's going to be body and body. So what we're gonna do in here, I suppose we're gonna just like do this script, index.js, and this is gonna be the script. So in the index.js, we are going to create the WebAssembly module. So I don't remember how to create WebAssembly modules, right? So maybe if we used TypeScript, maybe we should use TypeScript actually, chat. How about we use TypeScript? Right, because TypeScript has the typings, which are great documentation in my opinion. They are actually a great documentation. So that means we need to have the TypeScript system in here. God fucking damn it. Can I install globally TypeScript? TypeScript globally? I think I should be able to. When I install globally, where does it install it? It tries to install it so it doesn't have an access to... Yeah, it straight up tries to install it here, so it needs a root. Fuck you, I'm not giving root to a goddamn JavaScript. Who the fuck you think I am? Giving root to JavaScript? Anyway, so let's do npm. This is web. Fuck, it's not working, right? So I probably need to do that from a proper terminal. All right, so let's actually go here. cd is nuts. npm init. So let's go. Well, I mean, probably like that. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Yes. npm install. Save dev TypeScript. That's what I want. So node bin tsc, I think it's init. I think that's how we do that. Yeah, boy. And tsc, if I take a look, what's the target? So let's actually use ES22, and probably not going to be using modules, so it's going to be just ES22. All right, and I can just enable the watch. Cool. So index.ts. So what I want to have WebAssembly. That's what I want. And the reason why I'm using TypeScript, so I can actually go in here. So that's literally the reason. Though, where is the WebAssembly constructor? WebAssembly. I think it's something instantiate. Yeah. So we'll probably have to do instantiate. So bytes buffer. Instantiate streaming. This is probably what we want. So essentially, we have to perform a fetch and then put it in there, and we'll get a promise with an instance and stuff like that. Okay, so let's actually do instantiate streaming. So we have to do a fetch. So, and fetch accepts request info, which is either request or a string. So in our case, we can just say web WASM. So we'll probably have to use HTTP server because of this stupid course. Yeah. So it's kind of bizarre. One of the main appeals of web development is that you only need a web browser to do web development, right? You can just like have HTML files, JS files, CSS and stuff like that. But web developers have to ruin everything. They have to ruin everything. So to do this kind of stuff, you need a web server because safety. Safety, think about the children. It's dangerous. It's fucking dangerous. God fucking damn it. Web developers, am I right? So, anyways. I wonder if I probably can do something like async, right? So we can put that stuff in here so I can await with this entire thing. And so this is going to be WASM module. So, and after that, I can do something like this and just run this entire stuff. So let's actually do console log WASM. All right, so so this is JS and seems to be working, So let me do Chromium. Let me open it in Chromium, right? So, and if we take a look at what's happening in there, So in the console, we will see. There we go. Of course. So yeah. I don't know what I expected. I really don't know what I expected, but it is what it is. And it isn't what it isn't. Is it not? I think it is. So anyways, what do we want to do? So we can use HTTP server, right? So, or we can just use Python, I don't fucking know. So, because I don't want to install this kind of thing. So where am I in here? Let's actually cd there, super quick, like so, Python 3, https, I don't remember, I think it's simple 6969. Server. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So, and then I can do, I want to go here, localhost 6969. There we go. We've got a module, we've got an instance, and we got some expert. We got your mom. Look at that. We got your mom. So, it's pretty cool. So let's try to maybe run it and you know, see what's going on. So WASM instance, right? So this is the instance experts your mom 34 35, and let's just do console log and see what is going to happen. So we can do something like make. We're gonna rebuild the whole thing, and I'm gonna refresh this entire thing. 69. So yeah. We loaded WASM module and we executed, and we actually summed up two numbers using C3. So you were editing JS file. Fuck. Honestly, I don't need the TypeScript anymore. Right, so I just like figured out how to do a WebAssembly, right? So I don't need it anymore. So where's my index? Where's the index.js? So I'm gonna put that stuff in here. I can finally remove this entire thing. TypeScript is just a linter, right? So it's just a linter. Who fucking cares, right? So just like use it once and just throw away. Okay, so what we can do? So we have the power of web development on our side. What do we want to do in here? We can try to port that example that we did with Raylib. Right, so where is that thing? So I can probably do C3C, compile, hello C3. I mean, it's already kind of compiled, so that means I can do hello. Yeah, this example. Why don't we just port it to web? All right. And maybe actually coding React in C3, nah, not really. So what I'm thinking is that I can do that Olivet's style, Right, so generate pixel, Raylib.js, we could try to do that. Okay. That's an interesting idea, using Raylib.js. So I'm actually not sure. So I have two ideas. The first idea is basically generated pixel by pixel, Olivet style, and then on the JavaScript side, just extract the pixels and put them into the canvas, or try to use the Raylib.js thingy. Both of the paths are kind of interesting, so I'm not sure which one is more interesting. Maybe trying to use the Raylib.js is more interesting, right? Because it's one of the projects that we did, and it's just like, yeah. And yeah, it's more interesting because we would be able to actually use literally this code pretty much without modification, right? So the only modification is probably going to be just factoring out the loop. Yo, that's a cool idea. Okay, so let's actually go the Ray.js path. Let's actually go Ray.js path. But I would like to make a small break. You could link with Olive C. Nah, I don't think it's the right way to go. All right, so I want to make a small break. So I'm gonna refill my cup of tea and stuff like that. And after the small break, we're gonna try to actually port this specific example to web using one of the projects that we did. Actually renamed it. I call it Zozlib instead. Because this is basically, it's not a Raylib binding. 25 pull requests, holy shit. It's not a Raylib binding, it's a re-implementation of Raylib API. So it's kind of a different library that has a compatible API. So I don't think it's fair to call it Raylib.js. Right, it's more like a completely separate library, but it's kind of compatible on the level of the interface, if you know what I'm talking about. Right, so I'm gonna put it in here. I don't remember how to use it, by the way. I don't remember how to use it, but we'll try to remember it, and I'm also gonna put that in the description for the people. So all right, so let's make some break and okay. So let's go ahead and just download Zozlib. I called it Raylib.js actually, still in here. I don't really know why. Maybe I forgot to rename it, right? So, but it's supposed to be called Zozlib. And so an official implementation of subset of Raylib API and JavaScript, so you can use it from WebAssembly intended as a simpler web version of Raylib that does not require mscripting. Yeah, that's what's going on here. So let's go ahead and just like download this thing. I do not remember how to use it. I really do not remember how to. Ooh, this one is rather interesting. So it's I think it contains even the code that also loads up WebAssembly modules and everything. Yeah, so it's like a complete solution, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a complete solution. So that's so cool. Let's actually download that. Damn, did I write that? Yo, what the fuck? Okay, so I'm gonna do wget, and I'm gonna just wget this thing. There we go. So we got Raylib.js. So make environment. Do I use it in? Don't use it. Okay, wait a second. So you do WASM, huh? So you just do start and yeah, look at that. So you have an instance of Raylib.js. We stole the font from yeah. Okay, that's really funny. So we stole some fonts. So you're supposed to, yeah, so you create constructor, you just construct this thing, and then when you're ready to start, you just start this thing. And if I remember correctly, the WASM module is supposed to conform to a certain interface. We can look up what this interface is supposed to be from one of the C files. So let me quickly see examples. So sodium why not balls? Should have called bowl, sodium bowl. So all right. You're supposed to have a main function. I think you're supposed to have a main function. Then you're supposed to have an external function called game frame. And in the initialization in the platform web, you're supposed to use Raylib.js set entry. Oh, you just set entry and you set get. Okay. So the only thing you're supposed to do, you're supposed to import this function somehow, and it has to accept a pointer to a function. This one is rather interesting, honestly. This is rather interesting. Okay, so let's give it a try. Let's actually give it a try. So our web module, right? So our web module is going to be maybe, yeah. So I need to kind of forward declare a function. I'm gonna just make a wild assumption that to forward declare this thing, what I just have to do, I have to do this kind of thing, right? So here I accept function pointers. How do I do function pointers in C3? Let's take a look at the examples. I remember that there was some function pointers in here. Yeah, there we go. So this is how you do them. So we can, in fact, maybe do something like entry, and that entry, according to what we have in here, is, yeah, it doesn't really accept anything, so it's just that. Can I do void in here? I wonder if that's thing in C3. I'm gonna just use it and see if it's gonna work or not. If it's not gonna work, I'm gonna just remove this thing, but for now I'm gonna just keep it. So this is the entry and this is the entry, right? And then I suppose I have to say that it's external, right? And maybe just external and just WASM. WASM. All right, so I don't know if this is correct or not. It doesn't matter. Let's just try to compile this thing and see what kind of compilation errors we're going to have, right? So what do we have in here? So there's only one. A type name was expected, but this looks like a variable of function. All right. So type name. Oh, okay, I see. So I suppose it's supposed to be void. Yeah. So it's supposed to be void. Cool. So what else do we have in here? So style argument declarations are not valid. Please remove. Okay. Huge respect. So the compiler understood what I was trying to do in here and just said, bruh, we don't do that in here. We don't do this kind of stuff. I understand what you want. But we don't do this kind of stuff in here. This is what I respect. This kind of shit I respect. It's just like compiler trying to actually infer the intent and then providing a helpful message, right? So yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Compiler really said, brother, ooh. Alright, so it is true. Okay, what else do we have in here? So extern requires a string argument. Yeah, I'm not really sure. If it's forward declaration, do I really have to do it like that? I'm really not sure, brother. I'm really not sure. Okay, yeah, so it wants to have, what if I just do it like that? Okay. How can I say that I'm importing this kind of thing? So external shouldn't be necessary if you pass it via function pointer anyway. Well, I mean, this is a function that is implemented in JavaScript. I need to import this function. So the question is, how do I do that? So I'm not really sure. So what did it say when I provided this thing? So expected function, yeah, it wants to have a function body. I think it was something like that. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Okay. It doesn't. Yeah, external fan. Yeah, I already did that, but it's not there. Honestly, I didn't see it in WASM. So maybe because it got you know, optimized out because we never call it. All right, that's fine. So let's actually try to call it maybe somewhere. So what we're gonna do in here, we're gonna create a main function. We're going to have main. So it's gonna be a fan. So we initialize everything, right? So hello from C3 WebAssembly, right? So C3 WebAssembly, then we set target FPS. I think it's just straight up ignored. And then what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to call this function, and we're supposed to set game frame. So we're basically telling the Raylib.js or Zozlib.js what function to call on each frame. So that's what we're doing here. So fn game frame, so this is just void and this is just that. Right, and in here I don't really know what we're gonna be doing, so I'm gonna just do, yeah, I'm gonna just clean the background or something. So end drawing. Interestingly, so we need to have all of these functions. Yeah, we're gonna be importing those functions, right? We're essentially importing them. So, but we kind of already have this Raylib thing. I just realized that we already have Raylib C3. We already have it. So the only thing we need to do in here effectively is just to mark them as WASM functions. Or do we need to do that? Or like, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna just copy paste Raylib C3 in here, hoping that the same code is going to be usable for our case as well. I'm really not sure. So in here, I supposed to like import Raylib, right? So I'm importing Raylib. So then in here, I can do this thing. So Raylib init window. Let's actually get rid of set FPS. So in here, it's going to be Raylib begin drawing, and then Raylib clear background, and Raylib end drawing. So the color, I'm not quite sure. So I think it's just that, right? Okay, cool. So let's try to compile it and see where it's gonna fail. So there's an expected type after. I don't understand. What do you want? There's an expected type after the return type. Did you forget dot? Ah, yes. I'm sorry. Okay, so in that part, error messages are a little bit lacking, right? So it's not clear. Well, I mean, I figured out relatively quickly. Yeah, it's a weird error message, but I don't know. Module Raylib name could not be found. Did you? Yeah. So let's do the following thing. So Raylib C3. If it's going to work without modification, it's going to be actually kind of awesome. C3 could not be found. Did you spell it right? Fuck. So yeah, this is a little bit annoying. If you're going to be using integers, so I'm not 100% sure. So it cannot be used without modification. So though, one of the things we can do, chat, I'm pretty sure CInt is an alias. So there must be something like def CInt. I don't, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. So, and all of that is CInterop and blah blah blah. C short. So are they defined? They are kind of defined. So, but where they're defined? Can we just import those things? So this is a CInterop. So what if I just copy paste some of that stuff into the Raylib, like so. So we're using CInd and some other scheisse. So now if I do make, yeah, I'm in the wrong folder. That's fine. That's totally fine, chat. Don't worry. Don't fucking worry. Don't you even fucking worry. All right. So it still couldn't be found. Did you spell it right? Didn't I? I just copy pasted in the wrong folder, in the wrong place. I'm sorry. So Yeah, it's the wrong Raylib C, so it has to be in here. Right. Okay, that's fine now. All right, so what is it? Does it complain about now? Could not be found. Did you? Okay, so it cannot find signed int from bit size. All right, this one is rather interesting. So what is this function? Is this a function that I could maybe find somewhere? So grep rn, where is it defined? It's a macro. It's a private macro. Ooh, okay. So essentially, so it returns like a type ID. Can I just like use int in here everywhere? So if it's a bit size 32, yeah. I don't think I need to be using any of this magic. I can just like use int, and int. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of all of that. Could replace CInt, maybe could replace CInt, just int, like so. Right, I think it's gonna be fine. So we can make minus b. And so it's complaining about CUint, but I'm not quite sure. So what if I just get rid of this thing for now? Right, I don't want to be dealing with it. Okay, so that's cool. So expected function followed or prefix byte. Okay, so that's understandable. That's understandable. So we have to put this kind of thing in here. Right, so missing return because it wants an integer. We can just do void in here. It doesn't really matter. There we go. Figured it out. We basically like brute force this entire thing. Basically brute forced. And if I take a look at the what in here, this is a wrong what, I think. So the thing here, by the way, I think all of these things has to be WASMs. Alright, so first of all, and we have to export them. Right, so I don't think I need to export this one, but I definitely need to export this one. Right, so because I believe in Raylib.js, we explicitly call main. Do we? Do we not? I don't remember actually. Yeah, we explicitly actually call main. Look at that. We explicitly call it. So it's kind of like a part of this thing. Extern main. Let's try to recompile it. And okay, so that blew up the size of the what module. And if I take a look at now, we're fucking talking, mate. So, damn, look at that. Look at that, look at that. It's importing all of the, holy shit, and it's the same freaking module that is used for the native part. I think we'll be able soon. To create a universal code that is compilable for web version and for native fucking version. Do we even need to know what WASM does? It seems weird considering neither C nor Rust need that. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. Maybe it's just like, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, so I think this is a valid Raylib.js module. I think this is a straight up valid Raylib.js module. So anyways, let me try to maybe modify this thing a little bit. I want this thing to be actually red. So something like this. So it's going to be 0, 0, FF. There we go. So we can, when we actually run that, we'll be able to instantly see that it is doing something. Yes. So I'm going to try to recompile this entire thing. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And what's interesting in here, what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to just do Raylib.js. Right, so we're just importing this module, and then we have a separate script where we create an instance of Raylib.js, right? We do Raylib.js. Yeah, so it's Raylib.js, and we don't even have to provide any parameters in here. So the next thing we do Raylib.js start. And we just provide the path to the WASM module, right? So we'll just do WASM path, and this is going to be web WASM, that specific module that we created. And then we also have to provide the canvas ID, the where we have to render this entire thing. So let's create a canvas, canvas ID game canvas. So this is going to be just a game. Okay, so theoretically that is basically it. Theoretically that is basically it. So you just create a WASM module that exports main function that calls to Raylib.js set entry, and that's it. Raylib.js does everything for you already. Theoretically, so that's the theory. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, let's actually run this thing. Okay, and I'm a little bit nervous, so let's open 6969. Okay, so it crashed probably. Let me see what it prints in console. Raylib, okay, cannot read properties of undefined. So it tried to call main, but it couldn't for whatever reason. Interesting. So it was undefined. Raylib.js set entry. So it imports this specific function, but it didn't provide that function. Maybe I didn't spell that function correctly. You forget extern. You didn't find the function pointer. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right, so but I mean, I'm pretty sure if I take a look at the what main is exported. Main is in fact exported, and it's exported as main. So and then Raylib.js set entry. So let me see, how does it say that? How does it code? Yeah, it's literally that. You have to export the function pointer table. That is true actually. So we don't have a function pointer table. Does anybody know the flag for that? Does anybody know the flag for that? So Raylib.js and in NobC. So export table. Maybe we can pass export table in there. But let me see. So if I do C3 help export. Damn, if it doesn't export the table, we won't be able to do that. Right, but I think, can we pass stuff to a linker? Can we pass stuff? Okay, linker option. Right, we can probably try to do that. So in the linker option, what was that? NobC. So compilation, linker. So something like the export table. Linker built-in. Oh, it's a built-in CC custom. Nah, this is not what I want actually. Linker. You could modify it. I don't want to modify it because it's this is how the library works. I don't want to modify things for a specific case. I want to just be able to grab the library and be able to use it as everybody uses it. That's kind of the point of having a library. Link. How can I pass flags to linker? Z for linker. Okay. Send argument. Oh, okay. I see. So that's cool. That's cool. All right. So let's try to make this entire thing. Extend function doesn't have to have a body. Yes, that's understandable. We don't need that. We don't need that. All right. So if I do we have a table? Do we have a table? So how do you we have table. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's cool. Thank you so much for the help. Yeah, that is pretty cool. So let me conduct an experiment. So if I remove this part and recompile, and then I revert, table's still there. That's the thing. Table is still there, even though like I rebuild everything. There is no linker, so table oh, just not exported. Okay, that's understandable. So let's recompile web what? Indirect function. Oh, so it's basically about this thing. Okay, whatever. So let's actually finally try to run the whole thing. So what's funny is that, look at that, hello from C3 WebAssembly. It already worked, actually, because this is what we've got from here. So it already managed to call init window. So did it work? I think it tried to do something, but didn't. All right, so at least it didn't crash, but it didn't work either. Interesting. Very fascinating. How can we check that it works correctly? How can we check that it works correctly? So we can maybe, I don't even know what we can do. So do we even call clear background? We can try to comment out clear background, right? So which will lead to this kind of thing. Okay, that is super cool. So we tried to call it with a correct caller, and what we're supposed to do in here, yeah, we're supposed to just use it. So I don't really know why. Yeah, so it set the canvas correctly. So everything is correct, bro. It's just like doesn't display that. It just doesn't display that. Yeah, it's probably set target FPS. Is it really a set target? No, you don't need to set target FPS. It's just like it's ignored. But maybe, do we use target FPS for anything? Why do we say that we ignore it if we... But we don't... We use it only for getting... We can do set target FPS, but I mean it's useless for now, right now. It is useless. Everything seems to be working correctly, actually. Believe it or not. It's just like it doesn't draw shit. I have no idea why. When I start the thing... How do we organize the loop? How do we organize the loop? So we do entry function. So in the begin drawing, we don't do anything. In the end drawing, in a clear background, so everything is correct. So I don't see any problems, right? So that's annoying, bruh. That's annoying, because if I just remove clear background, it is set absolutely correctly. So this is the color, this is the red color, right? So we can even, okay, I can even try to maybe grab this thing. So this is going to be the style. This is the style. It's probably something stupid as usual, because I don't see what could be wrong in here. Takes a pointer to the array, but see path is 4 arguments. Okay, so we've got something here already. Oh, oh my god, it literally passed. Seriously. Because it literally passed 4 arguments because it's this. Oh my god. Are you for real? So, okay. That is absolutely annoying. Clear background. So what if we accept like the color struct? Struct color struct. Character R G B A. Bruh, this is so annoying if it works like that. Oh my god. This is so goddamn fucking annoying. Alright. So is it going to compile? Wob what? Uh-huh. So hopefully. Dude, why don't you pass? Okay, so I shouldn't complain. This is not finished. Right, this is not finished. But that is annoying. So that means I can't use the epic vectors in the WebAssembly. Did JS destroy? It has nothing to do with JS. It's a C3 generator passes the vectors as separate arguments for whatever reason. It's not C3. Dude, shut the fuck up. Like I already said that it's unfinished language. It's unfinished language. Don't fucking criticize unfinished stuff. What I'm saying is just I'm expressing frustration with unfinished language. Right. So pass it as a. Why to pass it as a? What the fuck are you talking about, everyone? Do you even watch the stream? Anyway. So yeah, we're gonna be doing like this is extremely annoying. So that means like it defeats the point. It defeats the whole point. It like I don't want to be using stupid structs. I don't want to be using stupid structs. I want to be using epic vectors, but bruh, how can I fucking do that? Try to mark the function as WASM. So why are you suggesting all of that stuff that has nothing to do with anything? Maybe we could try to do that. Okay, so let me try to do that. Yeah, so it's gonna be white. I'm pretty sure WASM is not gonna do anything. I'm pretty sure WASM is not gonna do anything, but let's give it a try. Right, so okay. It doesn't do anything. Like you just like randomly suggesting something that is not based on anything. So yeah. So color struct, we have to be using color struct, and yeah, so that's about it. So that's literally how we have to do that. Man, I'm annoyed. I'm insanely annoyed. I wonder. Okay, yeah, all right. So let me see. I can try to maybe use Raylib color. It's just like the whole point is literally defeated, and it's just like, oh my god, bruh. Okay, so and you can't that because they're not compatible. You can't just do that. You can't just fucking do that. I wonder if I can like explicitly cast it to Raylib color struct. All right. Yeah, you can't do that. Like it's not ready. That is such a bummer. That is such a bummer. Like it's like you could get there and bro. But okay, so maybe internally you could. Should it be for no, it shouldn't be like that. It's vectors. You just don't know C3. All right. You can use vectors internally to separate args. I don't want to be modifying Raylib. People, why are you suggesting irrelevant things? I don't want to be modifying Raylib itself because it's a self-contained library that is used by C code. The point is you have a single library that is used by C code, that is used by C3 code. I don't want to be modifying anything in here. We don't touch interface of Raylib.js. All right, so whatever. Okay, so we can do that. So we can try to do this internally and then convert to the structures. So we're using that internally and convert to the structure. Oh, man. But this is so stupid. Like, man, I'm so annoyed. I understand that it's not finished. But this like one thing kills the whole mood. Bruh. Oh my god. Okay, I need to calm down. It's just like, so annoyed. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Like, I've never been so goddamn upset, like, all of a sudden, just like... Alright. Erection, look, literally blue-balled. I got literally blue-balled by a language. I'm so disappointed. Like, it's probably easy to fix. It's probably easy to fix. You just do something, like, you just pass it correctly to the compiler, stuff like that. But I mean, I'm so blue-balled. Bruh, I'm so blue-balled right now. If only you just passed vectors just like structures, that would have been perfect. That would have been fucking perfect. But it's not like that. Oh my god. It's easy to fix. Again, it's probably easy to fix, but I mean, bruh. And chat doesn't even understand what I'm talking about. It's so fucking pathetic. Anyways, alright, so what we're gonna be doing. So I need to just grab the code I have in here. Just grab the code that I have in here. And hello, C3. Okay, so let's go ahead and maybe port this entire thing. So we're gonna be having this thing. Literally Pepega check. They think that this is somehow a showstopper. Right. So they think that, you can't do that, you have to switch to Zig. No, it's just a minor inconvenience. I can still port it to this language. And the only reason why they say that is because they literally can't comprehend what the fuck is going on the screen. So anyway, let's continue. Wipe's ruined, yeah, exactly. Wipe ruined, but it's not that big of a deal, whatever. So we are randomizing stuff in here. And so in a single frame, right, so this is basically initialization. Right, so this is basically initialization. Though, by the way, we probably have to actually make this thing global variable in here. Yeah, we probably have to make it a global variable. All right. So get frame time. And since we're going to be actually doing get frame time, we will have to do something like this. So yeah, so we'll probably have to do set target, set target FPS. Raylib set target FPS is going to be 60. So yeah, there we go. But do we have a random number in JS? I don't remember. So let me see. A random, yeah. Okay. So here is the only place where we pass this thing. So we need to do color from HSV, which returns the structure. All right, so it's going to be Raylib.js color from HSV. We don't have a color from HSV, so we probably won't be able to easily do that. We won't be able to easily do that. Sorry, should be char/char, but the point is that you just need to change the declaration and it will work. Really? It will work? Wait. So we are saved from... This is so bizarre. I don't understand how it works then. Wait a second. So we're not going to be blue bold. Wait a second. Wait. So let me... okay. So I'm going to do that. Where is the C3? and Raylib C struct one more time. Right, it doesn't work. So you are telling me that if I do that, it is going to work? This is not what I want. No, 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 no. Whoa, whoa. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. Will something like this work? Only, oh, okay, only in signature. Okay, okay, that makes sense. So this is that. All right. Right, because I want to be able to use all of the niceness of vectors, but still pass them as structure, right? So that will turn it into array, so we'll lose all of the magic. So it's not good. It's a no-no, right? So we leave it like this, but we pass it as an array. So you're telling me it will automatically convert that. That's what you're telling me. Okay, so at least it compiles and it works. Fuck your Zig. Fuck your Zig. We don't need your stupid Zig. We have C3. We have C3. We won again. Fuck you. Balls saved. Literally balls saved. Thank you so much. All right. Let's go. Why you a hater, bruh? Bruh, I literally don't give a shit. Why are you hating on my Zig? Why are you hating on my Zig? Sorry. Let's continue. Hello C3. So now we should be able to actually just use it, right? So we should be able to just use. This is actually super cool. Right. So this is gonna be that. Man, I'm so fucking happy. I don't have blue balls anymore. Thank you. Thank you so much. You unblue-balled me. You literally unblue-balled me. Literally saved the stream. Literally saved it. Vibe restored. Yeah, vibes restored. Okay. So I'm super happy now. So we can finally work in here. Cool. So let's try to compile. So let's go to the compilation errors. Get caller is kind of bizarre. So do I want to use get caller? I actually don't want to use get caller. Well, though, wait a second. Yeah, so in here we're doing some fishy stuff. So I can query replace CInt. Yeah, so this is what I want. Yeah. So let's now try to recompile one more time. What else? Get caller could not be found because I get rid of it because it was kind of weird, which is understandable. So let's use this shit directly. Let's use this shit directly. Like this, like this. Cool. Now, all right. So it seems to be compiled. It is literally compiled, just like right away. But if we're gonna be using delta time, right? So if we're gonna be using delta time, we have to set the FPS. Set target FPS. So it's gonna be 60. Right. There we go. Set target FPS. So and Raylib C3 extern fn set target FPS extern set target. So I feel like it's not going to work because we don't have random number generator stuff. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, get random value. We don't have this function yet, which is understandable. So it's super easy to actually add this thing. So let's go ahead and simply add this function. All right, get random value. Get random value. So we have min and max, right? So this is a min and max. And as far as that, it just returns you an integer. So this is result.ptr or whatever. What we can do, I suppose we can just do max minus min, and well, I mean they're not integers, right? So it's not the correct JavaScript. Right. So and essentially what I need. So we have something like from 1 to 5. Raylib, is it inclusive or not? Raylib get random value, both included. Okay, so both included. If I subtract, I just get 4. I don't remember, chat. Does math random include 1? Does anybody remember? Does math random return 1 sometimes? Does it return 1 or not? No, it. Okay, I'm gonna actually JavaScript math random. I don't believe you, chat. I don't believe you. Less than 1. Okay, so that's understandable. Less than 1. Less than 1. So that means this is going to be 4, but it's never going to become 4. So probably what we have to do is max minus min plus 1. Right. So math random multiplied math floor and min plus. Something like that, you know? Something like that. I guess it makes sense. All right, so now I'm going to refresh this entire thing. Caller from HSV. Oof, this one is rough, actually. Oh, it's a structure into which, yeah, it's a point. Okay, so that's understandable. Caller from HSV. So I suppose, yeah, so this is a result pointer, blah, blah, blah. Right. So because the way LLVM does that, do we have to write everything? No, only the functions that are not implemented. Raylib.js is not fully implemented, right? So there's some functions that are missing. I think the last thing that we need to implement is a caller from HSV. Right, so let me see, caller from, and we'll be able to then actually give the code that we implemented back into the project. So hue saturation value. And how do we do result PTR? Result PTR. Ooh, this one is, yeah, this one is actually kind of cool. So we'll be able to do it like that. So this is a vector. So this is a vector actually of uint 8, and we have 4 of them. Right, so we have 4 of them, and what we have to do, we have to just like write them. Okay, I kind of even remember this kind of stuff. So but you need to have this thing. So we have a memory buffer. All right. So how do you convert HSV? So I need to know the source code of Raylib. So let's actually steal some code from Raylib. So let's go to Raylib. And let's find, bro, GitHub is shit, bro. Oh my god, it's so slow. Caller from HSV. Caller from HSV. Okay, so they have in here. Oh, it's a header. Fuck. Apparently deported GitHub to React recently. Really? Bro, like, it's so bad, it's easy to just clone and navigate locally. Bro, this is a fucking joke, I swear to God. Anyway, so I think I do have the source code of Raylib somewhere here. Yeah, there we go. Fucking find it. Caller from HSV. Fuck this shit. So here it is, and what's the formula? Well, okay. Is there any way, is there anything in JavaScript that automatically converts this stuff? Yeah, but I suppose we can just do it like that. So, all right, let's go. So we can just do the following thing. So this is going to be k. So const k. I'm not sure if JavaScript has fmod f. No, it doesn't. So, but it doesn't need to have fmod f because you can simply do this kind of thing. So it's just that. Right, and then you just do that. So it's just f, and you just repeat that. And r is basically result 0. We don't really have to do this kind of thing. All right, so we just multiply it, but that effectively means we have to do math floor. Yeah, basically all of these things are floats, and then we, yeah, okay, so I think it's doable. We can literally port this thing in here, and we just have to repeat that for each individual thing in here, and then result 3 is going to be 255, so that should be fine. Okay, so I wonder, by the way, if I can use a little bit of a Emacs magic in here, where I can just say, okay, this is mod, and this is just that, this is just that, then in here, we get rid of that, and then in here, so it's just a result 1 or then 2, and this one is just math floor, and then it's just that. So 1, 2. So there's also this f in here, but apart from that, I think that's about it. So we literally ported the entirety of the function to JavaScript. There's 50f, I don't see it. There's no. All right. So let me see. Okay. Assigning to const. Oh, yeah, that's understandable. So let's just do let. Okay, rectangle v. So we don't really have rectangle v. All right, but look at that, chat. Look at that. It already set up the background. So that's pretty cool. Okay, draw rectangle. So we just have a regular draw rectangle. But we want to have draw rectangle v. Draw rectangle v. Okay, so draw rectangle v. So it's gonna be position size color, and all of them are pointers, by the way, so that's kind of important. Right, so all of them are pointers. And now, so we need to have a memory, so I can get the color from the memory very easily. Do I have the same shit for vector 2? So get color from memory. So there should be something, yeah, so color hex unpacked. So vector 2. Do we have anything for that? I don't think so, actually. I actually don't think so. But it shouldn't be that hard in all respects. So we can just set the color like this. And then we just have to draw the rectangle. So ctx fill rect. So we have to take the position text point. Well, we can basically do something like this. All right. So essentially here is the position, which is float 32. So this is the position pointer, and this is the size and this is size pointer. Right, so that means I can do position 0, position 1, size 0, size size 1, and that effectively gives me everything, right? Triangle V. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be V. So position and the color and stuff like that. Float should be multiple of 4. Start of set should be multiple of 4. That is fascinating. So what exactly do we get as the parameters in here? Okay, so we've got a bunch of, okay, I see what is going on. Yeah, this is literally the same problem. Raylib C3. So everywhere we accept vector 2, we have to actually accept float 2, right? So we accept float 2, and here we accept char 4. Let me recompile everything just in case. Right, everything's fine. Now we accept 4 pointers, right? So we accept 4 pointers, and let's bring the implementation back, and there we go. We ported yesterday's demo to web. Can your Zig do that? Can your Zig do that? I don't fucking think so. You know, guys, honestly, I don't really understand why would you program in Zig if C3 covers all of the cases of Zig. I don't understand why do you need Zig exactly? This language covers all of the cases of Zig. You don't really need that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, why? What's the point? No, it just works. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And we also extended, you know, Zozlib a little bit. We extended Zozlib a little bit, and we can actually contribute this kind of stuff back. But the thing I want to do, honestly, is take the same code and compile it to native, right? So I want to compile it to native. To do that, we need to have a conditional compilation. We need to have conditional compilation because in here, yeah, so we have this kind of thing. So depending on the platform, like professional C3 developers, how do you do this kind of stuff in C3? So there's something about defines, but I want to be able to define it outside of the source code in the command line somehow. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? This is what I want. So it's C preprocessor, but I mean, it should cover all of these like cases, shouldn't it? Yeah, add if, but then how do I create the variables? C3 has -d. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. All right, let me see. C3 help. So -d. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I think that's sufficient for me. Not dash, but @d. So what do I want? What do I want? I want to have this thing. So, and that is effectively, yeah, Raylib window should close. Raylib window should close, and we just do game frame. So this is our game frame, game frame. Raylib and something like this. Okay, so here is the usual initialization. And then we can do @if, so platform web, gay frame, exactly. But let me see. So I want to take a look at some of the examples in here. So grep @if, so it feels like you usually put them, yeah, after this thing, so you don't do inline. I need more maybe information about that. So @if, So add and switches. So there is $if and there is add if, and I don't fully understand how that works. So compile values. Let me find add if. Where is? Okay, conditional compilation at the top level using add if, but I only have blocks. The add if seems to be a function. Yeah, so that's the problem. It's a function attribute. But can I don't even know. So can I just do something like this? And then else? I just don't know if I can, because it feels like this thing wants to have like a Boolean condition, but does it check the existence of feature flag or something? Like I'm so confused, honestly. I'm just super confused, like how this entire thing is supposed to work. Okay. So expected. So 69. Yep. I don't fucking know. So if I just put true in here, so it wants a Boolean. Man, I'm confused. Like, yeah. Maybe one. So just a second. Oh, it's without parentheses. So the fact that it's kind of a completely different language is super confusing. Okay. No, look at that. What about, okay, one. No! Command if doesn't exist. Well, no. You need. Oh man. Yeah. So the fact that it's a completely different syntax, that's what's confusing. This is really confusing. Okay. So platform web. All right. So could not be found. Okay. So that's already something. That's already something. So then we can do platform web. So it's probably something like this. Could not. So here's the thing. $if doesn't work with feature flags. So there is a $feature. Okay. Check if a given feature is an oh, I see. All right. So okay, so here is my complaint. Right. The difference between semantics of add if and $if, it is kind of confusing, right? So because it's a conditional compilation, like a compile time stuff, and then they kind of expect like okay, so I see where you're going with all that, but yeah. Okay, so okay, makes sense, makes total sense. Right, there we go. So what we want to do in here as well, I want to maybe just have a web. Right, so and web depends on web C3, right? So web C3, and so here we can actually bring a Raylib. I'm gonna copy paste this entire thing in here. So we'll get that. So and we're gonna compile the native version as well, right? So we're gonna compile the native version as well. So I'm gonna take that. I'm taking that. We don't define web. We don't define that. Don't define that. So we do have entry. So none of that matters anymore. None of that matters. All right. So let's do make web specifically. Does it compile? It shouldn't compile, by the way. It shouldn't link at least. So it's gonna take some time. So it's probably trying to figure out some stuff. So this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, it couldn't find stuff. And I don't remember. I think it was something like L Raylib. Bro, just give me the thing. Okay. Lib. We're gonna grab this thing. All right. So let's go. So I probably should have not used those three because it's taking too much time to obtain. Okay, so we'll get the web. And there we go. So the same code works in web and natively. Can your Zig do that? I don't fucking think so. Okay, people who unironically like taking whatever I say seriously and then trying to defend the Zig in comments and stuff like that. Are you okay? Because I see people like unironically like, oh, Zig can actually do that. I fucking know. I tried Zig. That's the point. That's the fucking joke. Calm down. I don't give a shit about language wars. Tribalism at its finest. Exactly. Tribalism at its finest. So that's actually okay. So you can, you can write this kind of code. So it's obviously the WASM support is unfinished, but it's already usable, right? So it's already usable to some extent. So yeah, what we can do now? Honestly, I don't need TypeScript, this TypeScript thingy. And neither do I need like a JS, right? So because all of the necessary code is in the Raylib.js, right? So yeah, all of the necessary code is there. And so because of that, I don't really need package JSON and also node modules, right? We don't need any of that stuff. I would like to rename this thing to actually not web. All right, so let's remove that, there we go. So I would like to call it demo. Right, so this is a demo, that makes more sense. Let's get rid of this thing as well. Okay, so this is a demo. In makefile, I'm gonna query replace web to demo. Boom, so this is a demo now. So in here, yeah, this is a demo. So make minus b. So is it compiling? So let me get rid of all three for native version because it's taking too much time, honestly. So okay, that's cool. Program link to executable demo. So and now if I is the server is working. And now if I open it in here, something crashed. Okay. I don't get it. Something is index HTML. Deleting modules was mistake, yeah. Huh? Canvas game. Just alright. I don't get it. Something I probably broke something. I definitely broke something, but I'm not sure what exactly. Oh, something is weird. Is it? Bro. Which they break? Bro. Okay. So Raylib C3. It's a demo C3. If it's a platform, caching, I'm not sure if it's a caching. It's also super slow right now. Maybe it is caching, like bro. Endless loop because wrong name of the flag. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? Like it's a server that it doesn't like. What does it have? Ah, okay. Yeah, I see. Thank you. I'm already falling asleep. All right. So exit page. Okay, finally. Thank you so much. So that is working, right? So that is working, and now I'm gonna do demo. There we go. So that is working as well. So native version and web version. Okay, that is cool. That is very cool. So I wanna maybe commit this entire stuff somewhere. Okay, but so this is more like a demo. Right, this is more like a demo. So let's do git ignore. We're gonna ignore demo wasm, demo what. Though we don't really need to ignore wasm per se, right? So we can just commit that. We can just commit wasm because then we'll be able to serve this entire thing over the GitHub pages. That's one of the things we'll be able to do. All right, so let's do git init. How should I call that? C3 demo. Let's call it C3 demo. So I think that's a little bit better. So I'm gonna commit Raylib 5.0 as well, the entirety of it. Though I don't like that it has include and shit. So only need libs. Right, so let's get rid of that. And also let's get rid of that. Right, we don't need SOs in here. We're only linking with the all files. Okay. So, yep. Ready, set, go. So let's create separate thing. It is kind of cool that I was able to reuse that Raylib.js project that I did in the past with C3. It's kind of cool that I was just able to reuse that. I really like that. Okay, C3 demo. Yeah. Demo of C3 programming language. C3 programming language, and yes. Any reason for using makefiles to annoy you? Okay, so let's do add origin. Yep, it's a success then. Nice. Yes, that was the goal. So that was the goal. My friend. All right. So I should have actually created like a README or some other stuff or whatever. But I mean, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, I'll probably have to go to settings. So there's something weird about GitHub pages. Deploy from branch main save. Okay, so hopefully that will start the deployment process. Okay, okay, so it is deploying right now. It is deploying. So wait a little bit, maybe we can take a look at the details. So holy shit, what the fuck is going on? Holy shit, it's just doing things. Like what the fuck is the fuck is going? Okay, so it did stuff. Report build status. Yeah, page is so bizarre sometimes. Yeah, true. Okay. So yeah, can we go there? Is there any way to just visit? Where's the link to visit? Let's see. I probably have to type it myself. so slow. C3 demo. Look at that. It worked. Yeah. That's kind of cool, right? So I just implemented like a Raylib demo in C3, and then I ported that demo almost without modifications of the main logic to web using unfinished WASM support. Can your Zig do that? I bet you Zig has a finished WASM support, right? So runs so smoothly on my machine. Cool, I'm really glad to hear that because I have a dying machine. So yeah, that was fun. So I can see myself using C3 for my game, right? So because I don't really need that much from a language that compiles to WebAssembly, I just need that thing to create minimalistic WebAssembly modules, right? So, and yeah, I'm gonna be using C3 specifically to annoy Zig developers, because Zig developers have been annoying me for the whole time, running in the chat, constantly asking, when you're gonna try Zig again? When you're gonna try Zig again? And they also gonna be coming to my projects, submitting build.zigs where they're not even needed in the projects that are not related to Zig. And this is my revenge to you. You've been annoying me, I'm gonna be annoying you now. The pendulum is swinging back. That's what you get for annoying Zozin. Zozin is gonna annoy you back. That's it. I don't need you, Zig. Why would you program in Zig if C3 covers all of the cases? There you go. Right. Taste your own medicine. Taste your own medicines. All right, that's it for today. Thanks everyone who's watching me right now. I really appreciate it. Have a good one, and I see you all in the next recreation programming session with Mr. Azozin. I love you. Mwah.